All right. Let's give it a sec for setup. Me again. Hello. Let's go to sec for setup. Sweet. There we go. I think everything is up and running, so hopefully the audio's sounding fine. How's it going, everyone? Hello. We're back for a bit more of C&C Remastered Collection. Jumping in with Red Alert this time. Just having a bit of a taster from each game, I reckon, and then we can test out other games before going back and finishing off the missions from the campaigns that we tried before. Exactly where Tim Curry is escaping to. Right. Okie doke. So, I'll just give it one extra minute before we begin. Just because the stream's only just started. How's everyone doing? Been getting slightly warmer here. Do ant missions. We might get to the ant missions eventually. I'm just going through the base game to begin with. I just like to do like a highlight of this is the flavour of the game, so that we can do the same thing for other games going down the line. But we can always return back to the remaster collection, try out dino missions, ant missions, and all that stuff. Do I prefer the nimble style of units or the tank style of units? I tend to play as GDI and Soviets. I like that style of turtle up, just get a bunch of mammoths. Probably not the best idea, however the game is balanced for multiplayer, but I tend to just I just play the campaigns, play casually, so it works for me. Hello there. Right, just before we get started, what do you think of the chances of a Tibson Red Alert 2 remaster? No idea, and it's something that I'm very hesitant to speculate about because we really don't know. Like I wouldn't. You don't want to get overhyped for something that we don't know is going to happen until we have warrant to believe that there will be a remaster. We don't know, so hype responsibly, I guess. Like it's a possibility at least. It's a higher possibility than like a Dune remaster is actually feasible. But if it will ever actually happen, I don't know. So maybe it'll happen. It'll be wonderful if it does, but don't count on it. It's probably the best way to put it. EA Play 2021 might be something. Hopefully so. Don't count on it. Definitely don't count on it. Right, just setting up. Okay, if anyone's got to ask what's your favourite song from C&C? If by C&C you mean the first one, hard to say. There's a lot of really good ones. I couldn't really say there's too many in that. Command and Conquer overall, probably Hell March 2. Right, before we get waylaid, let's just get started. Playing on normal, we've got our VQA cutscenes. There's a mod if you haven't seen on Steam Workshop for the big pixel blocky VQA cutscenes if you want to get them. The audio for the cutscenes is going to be pretty low, so I'll just chunter over them. Yeah, it's good to get back to Red Alert. I really haven't played these games for that much for quite a while. I mainly just play to grab footage whenever I need it, and I'm mainly going on my memories from playing the games way back in the day. So this is a bit of a chance for me to try and refresh myself on these games, but I'm not going to be that good. I'm not that competent in actually playing. I'm kind of a casual when it comes to this. Last time they said something C&C based at EA Play was just like the shout out, wasn't it, to the remaster collection? Are these streams your first time playing? No, I did play the remasters back when they came out, like on day one. But I've played, I've beat all of Tib Dawn and got a fair way through Red Alert, but I just haven't had the chance to actually dig in and play a whole bunch of it, because I play like bits and pieces, jump to certain missions to grab footage a lot for the videos that I do. So I haven't had the chance to sit down and just blast through the campaigns. But not my first time playing, don't worry. Did I like Mirror's Edge? I only played the first one way back whenever that came out, 2010, earlier than that. It was alright. I didn't really like the gunplay though when it came to actual combat stuff. And it didn't really have too much replay value. It was a fun game, but not much replay value, unfortunately. Last time I played... I think we played OpenRA, I think, didn't we? Favourite quote from the Tiberium Saga? Oh... Either something that Kane said, there's way too many things to choose from what Kane said, or probably something that Cabal said. Cabal's got a lot of very good quotes. Any lore videos coming soon? Not a big lore video. The lore vids are definitely the big project on the channel. They take a long time to make. The next one does cover lore, but it's not like the kind of lore vids that I normally do. It's a bit of a slightly different way of looking at it. It's about 20 minutes or so. It's not going to be like a tiny video, but I've tried to make this one a little bit edit light, just to try and get videos out a little bit faster. Because the proper lore ones, I want to do those as much justice as I can. Like of all the videos I've done, I'm probably happiest with Cabal, and that was probably the biggest video I've done as well. Miss the old Proudly Presents, yeah, definitely. With remasters appearing for other games, are you getting the Mass Effect remaster? I don't know. I've had a bunch of people recommend, like, Keyblade here, you've recommended Mass Effect to me before. And I've never actually played Mass Effect, but I've heard a bunch of people, including Keyblade here, say a lot of good things about it, so I wonder if I might with their remasters coming. Just finish the Allied missions. This will be deja vu then, I guess. I love this shot here with the two Teslas. Alice, hey! So when I said loads of people have been recommending Mass Effect, I was actually thinking Internet Box. That's how we get rid of Alice. That's how Alice leaves the chat. I just talk about Internet Box. How's it going? I told you the stream started before it started this time. Any C&C Remastered you'd like to see in the future? Yes. Like, if there's a Tib's Son and Red Alert 2 remaster, I will be happy. EA can just forget about C&C for, as long as EA exists. As long as they hold the Command & Conquer license. If they just make TS Remastered, Red Alert 2 Remastered, I'll be happy forever. Like, they can forget that the franchise even exists from then on. Reinforcements have arrived. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. The other reason the Soviets have Tesla coils is because Nikola himself Had very socialist worldviews. I did not know that. I think on the old Red Alert... There we go. The old Red Alert website, which is on like the... what's it called? Wayback Machine. There's some... like, there's pages about the technology of Red Alert, and there's a bit on Tesla and stuff like that. And it's written a bit more from a real-world perspective. It's about the tech, like the Tesla tech, the Chronosphere, the Philadelphia experiment, and things that are in the game. But it's the way that it's written is a bit weird. The timing, the years quoted on the website are all over the place. But I can't remember if it actually mentioned some backstory to why the Soviets have the Tesla tech. Hidden Allies lore when? I don't know if there's too much on the Allies apart from how they relate to GDI. I'm actually looking at, like, this won't be anytime soon, but I have been looking into seeing if I can do something on Yuri, because I think of Red Alert, that's probably the biggest subject to cover. But even then, there's so little actual real information on it. All the information that we know about Yuri comes from Yuri himself, who was clearly lying at the time. So the Red Alert lore, and even more so the General's lore, it's difficult to cover without just rehashing the game campaigns. Like, the games are fantastic. The Red Alert games are, definitely up there in the whole C&C franchise, but lore-wise, from the perspective of things that I can cover, there's not as much as in the Tiberium universe.
Nikos, what we have in that area to work with?
Not much, and time is against us.
You will have to make do. Clear the pass, so the convoy can get to safety.
There is a tiny chance that the Remastered Collection Volume 2 will be announced at EA Play. The chance exists, that's all we can say. Don't get your hopes up. I'll be watching, we'll all be watching to see what happens at EA Play. When's that, June, I guess? But don't get your hopes up. We don't know what's going to happen. Right. So I'm going to be switching, if you haven't seen the streams before, I'm going to be switching between remastered and classic graphics with each mission. Right.
Reinforcements have arrived. Yes, sir. Moving out. New construction. Yes, sir. Options. Agreed. Be according. Building. Affirmative. No, very Reinforcements have arrived. At once. Vehicle. Reporting. Yes, sir. Reporting. Well. Reporting. Acknowledged. Very well. Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Right, let's have a bit of a scout around. So just bear with me if I miss any anything in chat. Keeping an eye on two screens is a bit of a handful, so if I miss something, feel free to post your questions again, or whatever, your statements again if I miss it. Whoop. Nice.
Construction complete.
Barrels are always fun in this game.
Reinforcements have arrived. New construction. Yes, sir. Options. Reporting. Acknowledged. Building. Reporting. Yes, sir. At once.
Right.
Reporting.
As I recall, sometimes soldiers come through up here, or maybe that was a different mission. So I'll keep positions near the harvester in case I need it.
New construction. Options.
Have I ever played a game called Warzone 2100? I have it installed, but I haven't played it yet. There's someone on the No Strings Discord. I think that's hopefully linked in the description. Who actually who does stuff with the, like, because I think Warzone is it's basically run by the community. It's become open source, so you can do what you want with it. And there's a community group that keeps the game going, really. Kind of how the community does with the old Command and Conquer games.
Agreed.
Right.
Training.
Yes, sir.
20 minutes remaining.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yeah, I definitely intend to get to Warzone. Interesting FMVs. Got that classic FMV style.
Unit ready. Training.
Ah, knew it.
Yes, sir.
Knew it.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reinforcements have
Favorite Tanya? Character-wise, I suppose
Unit ready.
Red Alert 2 was the most characterful, and gameplay-wise, probably Red Alert 3 because of the time belt.
Training. Unit
Which is an interesting addition, and I thought
training.
thematically did work quite well with Tanya.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Moving out.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Training.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Waiting orders.
Training.
Vehicle affirmative.
Unit
There was a thread a while back on r/Command and Conquer talking about if you could represent Command and Conquer in Smash Brothers in some way,
ready.
how would you do that? Because Command and Conquer of all gaming is amongst the most difficult to properly represent in Smash Brothers. Because, the big characters, Kane, Yuri, they would not work in the slightest. Because, which characters would work? Tanya might work. Have up B be the time belt. That's your recovery. Instead of gaining verticality, you rewind time like 3 seconds. That would be interesting.
Yes, sir. Be affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Right, I can't even remember if I'm supposed to be capturing things. Clear them out. And then the convoy comes from the northwest. Sweet. Very good.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Waiting orders.
Oh. Nice.
Affirmative.
Yeah, Red Alert 3 is a bit of a mix. It's not as bad as some people make out. It's also, it's definitely not a masterpiece or anything. It's just an alright game. Of all of Command & Conquer, it's definitely among the weaker, unless you're specifically interested in, competitive play. It does shine at that, but it's a very different game.
Waiting orders. Ready, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Out the road, you number 2.
Unit lost.
Got ya.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Course. Ready and waiting. Reporting.
Right.
Training.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Very well.
We've got a convoy coming down. We'll have these guys positioned here. We'll just scout out things, because I think that's basically the entire base there. Yeah, I did become a little bit too self-aware.
Training.
Nicholas, hello. Welcome back. Yeah, it was made for competitive star-like play. You're right. StarCraft 2 like play. I just said star-like.
Unit
All right. Do I? No, I don't blow up.
training.
Oh, it's just this is our convoy. I'm not paying attention. Trying to pay attention to playing the game and reading. You're off. You're just off somewhere. See you later.
Unit ready.
Right. Let's just make sure it's all clear down here. Sweet. That's everything.
Unit
Let's all just chill then.
training.
Yeah, it was too micro-intensive. It was trying too hard to be something else. Trying too hard to be StarCraft 2.
Unit ready.
And in as much as what it was trying to be, it did an alright job.
Unit
It's still not. It's not a bad game. It's just a bit too different, and there are problems like there's too much micro.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
training. Unit
Oh, you gotta love the Ivan spam, absolutely.
Insufficient funds. Mission accomplished.
Wait. Way back in the day, me and some friends, back shortly after Yuri's Revenge came out, we were speculating, oh, what if instead of Yuri as the antagonist for the expansion, what if there was a different character that basically took Yuri's role? So we came up with Ivan's Revenge as our made-up expansion, where Crazy Ivan was the defector from the Soviets rather than Yuri. Is the Eva voice in the Tiberium Resurrection mod your voice? Yes, that is me. I edit the FMVs for that as well, so we're working on the next FMVs for Mission 2 for Tiberium Resurrection. Hopefully, should be good. We're boosting up from VQA to 1080 Bink now. Yes. The Blow Up Bridges mission. We all love the Blow Up Bridges mission. Back to classic.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Concrete. Okay. We're not getting the barrels.
Affirmative. Reporting.
Dennis, sup? Have I ever thought about taking the C&C franchise and combining it with Supreme Commander scale of combat? I'm not so familiar with Supreme Commander. I have seen, how far it zooms out, and it's kind of nuts. Something like that would have to necessarily be more spin-off-y. I think like the scale of combat is kind of important to the the core game. Like this is why Red Alert 3 felt one of the reasons why Red Alert 3 felt off. Because the scale was all different. Red Alert 3 being like small scale, like very you only use very few units and they do a lot more rather than compare that to OpenRA Red Alert where you've got massive, huge scale armies, you just blob up with infantry. I think that's more Command and Conquer than mass like Supreme Commander goes the opposite direction, where it's too big, perhaps. It'd be interesting, definitely. But I think the scale is important to the identity of the series. Armed with Speculation. I recognise the name. Right, now how do I think we use the artillery to blow this up, but we don't hit the barrels. Sweet. Armed with Speculation. I might have seen something from them. I can't say for certain. Wait. Nice. Nicely done. Alright, get you nerds out here. And then we can blow it to Kingdom Come. Oh, what do we need the engineer for? What does the engineer do? Do we capture one of these? We've got no money.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Medic report.
We don't need this.
Affirmative.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. What's out there? Medic report. Yeah, that's a rock. I'm there.
Love the instant switch between old and new, absolutely. One of the great things about Halo C and Halo 2 Anniversary Editions as well. Wait. Brilliant. Next stream is probably going to be Soviets then. Yeah, so at the moment I'm just toying with the idea of we'll do a stream in a game in a faction and then we can dance around between, because I would really like to get to some other games. And then we can always return to complete the... Where do you come from? We can always return to complete the missions we miss, and like we said earlier, the the AMP campaign and things like that. You vote the tech center, you get money.
Mission loaded.
Interesting. Okay, we'll do that then.
Engineering affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yeah? Yes, sir.
Soviet dog, yeah.
Acknowledged.
I did get the 25th anniversary edition. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind on the chat. I'll
Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, affirmative.
right. Is it damaged enough?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Acknowledged. Yes, affirmative. Yeah, that's a rock.
New construction.
Sweet.
options.
Squad-based FPS called Enlisted. No, I'm afraid I've never heard of that.
I'm there.
Quarantine Sessions. Yes, Frank's new album. If you go on the No Strings Twitter, the last thing I posted was the album signed. Signed album by Frank. Love it.
Acknowledged. Yeah, I'm there. That's a rock.
So the weird thing is, when I got my album, Frank's new album, I posted a picture of it and tagged, at Frank. I got at Frank Klopaki's new album. It kicks ass, things like that. And shortly after that, there was Frank Klopaki's account liked it. Oh my god, that's fantastic. That really blew me away. And then 2 days later, I get another like from Frank, who has clearly gone through my post history to like something unrelated that doesn't tag him at all. So he's, for some reason, 2 days later he's gone, okay, let's check out this guy's tweet history. For some reason. So I don't know what that's about, but that's really cool. Infantry, yeah, you're right. My bad. Right, I'm keeping an eye out for dogs.
Unit ready. Training.
Right.
Saved.
So really, you can complete the entire thing with Tanya.
Training. Unit ready. Training.
Nice.
Unit ready. Training.
Next stream, live editing of the next video. Oh my god. That'll be a long and tedious stream.
Unit ready. Training. Unit ready. Training. Unit ready.
If I
Training.
missed anything? Any news on C&C? There's nothing new to report yet. If there's any news, then if you go to the Command & Conquer subreddit, it'll get pinned to the front page. But so far, there's nothing new to report at the moment, I'm afraid.
Unit ready. Training. Mission saved.
Oh!
Unit. Mission
Save just in time. Okay. Potential sacrifice to the gods of metal.
Unit ready. Training.
Oh,
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Unit ready. Training.
Frank and Martin O'Donnell are the best composers. Wow, and then Mick Gort. That's kind of the big three, really.
Training.
I like the comparison to Martin O'Donnell because that's like the analogy I give for the importance of Jared Mendelsohn with Tibson and Emperor. Like he's to Frank what
Unit ready.
Michael Salvatore is to Martin O'Donnell. To a degree, maybe that's not entirely analogous.
Mission saved.
Now more V2s pop up somewhere.
Medic affirmative.
Well, thank you very much, Forever King. Very nice to say. Thanks for stopping by. Out of all the commandos in C&C, which is my favourite, and if I were to design my own, what abilities would they have?
Medic report. Affirmative.
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, obviously the original commando from Tib Dawn is amongst the best.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Medic affirmative.
Just like character-wise, gameplay-wise,
Affirmative.
that's difficult to say. Because there's some kind of more esoteric ones like Yuri Prime and things like that. Very difficult to say. Boris is a lot of fun as well. He's got the same sort of vibe as the original Commando. Like this one-man army that can do anything and is like super confident and things like that. So he's pretty cool. If I were to design my own though, I have no idea. I never got all our rifles over here, but I'm just gonna try and get through with this small troop. Sorry, I missed a bunch of things here. Discord server or no plan? We do have a Discord server. Hopefully, there's a link to it in the description of the stream. If not, there's a link on the front page of the No Strings channel. But we do have a Discord server. Stop by if you like. Would bring back End of Nations. Again, it's not something I'm familiar with. I couldn't say. I mean, if people like playing it, then I'll say yes, because then, you know, it doesn't affect me and makes other people happy, so go for it. I'm afraid I'm not familiar with End of Nations. One feature I didn't like is that it takes 5 engineers to take buildings. You can tell why they did that, just to like kind of nerf the energy rush. But at the same time, it's probably not the best way to. Nice. Knew that was happening. Knew the tank was coming. Yeah, you know, probably the best way to have the engineers work so you only need one engineer is kind of the way they do it in OpenRA Red Alerts, where the engineer like sits down next to the building for 5 seconds, 10 seconds or something. So it gives a chance for counterplay, but then you don't just send in a bunch of engineers. I'm not sure whether it's better to have the engineer like consumed with one building, or because I think that's how it works now. But previous versions of OpenRA, the engineer like wasn't consumed, and you could like use it to capture multiple buildings. That's probably better gameplay wise. What other strategies do you like? Other than C&C, what strategy games do I play? Basically none. Counting Dune as C&C, I mostly just play C&C. I'm only just now branching out into other RTSs. Like I've played C&C since the 90s, and that's kind of what I stuck with. Because for the longest time, I wasn't really a PC gamer. I was always like console, generally Nintendo stuff. Apart from C&C, and that was it. So every computer I'd install C&C, but wouldn't play any other games on it. So I'm only just now branching out into other RTSs, which is why I'm only doing like one stream for one faction, then jump to the next as quickly as possible, rather than going through and beating the entire campaign on stream. So that I can, I want to get to all these RTSs that people said, you need to play this. This is fantastic. You need to try this. But I just haven't had a chance to try yet. So I'll be able to play those basically for the first time on stream. Things like KKND, the Warcraft games, Starcraft games, Empire at War, Grey Goo, Battle for Middle-earth, things like that. But up until now, I've only really played C&C and kind of just caught up on Dune recently. Try Homeworld, got it. I'll add that to the list. Cheers.
Reinforcements have arrived. New construction options.
Alright, so this is pretty cool that we go back to everything is laid out how it was.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
What?
Affirmative. Yes,
Right.
sir. Acknowledged.
Get another ref. Why not?
Yes, sir.
100% recommend Homeworlds as an RTS to try. It's a different feel, but it's great. Your fleet sticks with you from one mission to the next. Pretty cool. Sweet.
Agreed.
Nice.
Reporting. Agreed.
So, Homeworld, is that like a more spacey 3D kind of one, like I guess Empire at War? Because that's a type of. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to get another ref. Because like that spaceship kind of RTS is something that I'm not familiar with. I haven't really tried before. Right, this is my kind of RTS. You got boots on the ground with a bunch of guys. You know, you sometimes get aircraft, you sometimes get navy, and then that's it.
Yes, sir. Awaiting
Whoop.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Oh, we got these guys down here as well. Sweet. Bring you guys back up.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Play the first Dune. Yes, I have indeed. Best way to play the first Dune is Dune Dynasty. It's quite an interesting experience playing it like the original DOS version with like you play that with DOSBox. It works quite well. That's fun because like in C&C, like the first Tiberian Dawn, that was like one of the first RTSs where you could do that and then that. Whereas in Dune, it was select one single unit, and then you press move on the menu over here, and then you click. Because if you just select a unit and then click, it does nothing. But you could also like press M, and then like press M on the keyboard and then move, or press A for attack. But it was all menu based and really weird in the first Dune. But if you want to try the first Dune, Dune Dynasty is the best way to go for that, I reckon. Right. What are we doing here? Destroy all the things. You got it.
Training.
And we want War Factory. Why not? We like the CG shows. The CGI cutscenes. Absolutely. Right. Base will be over here, I guess.
Unit
Homeworld
ready.
was the first full 3D RTS set in space. You perform maneuvers in full 3D.
Training. Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Training.
Interesting.
Unit ready.
Back in the day, it was an absolute gem.
Affirmative.
High praise.
Affirmative.
Unit ready. Training.
Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Something more tactical, C&C 4 actually done right. Ground control and world in conflicts.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready. Training. Construction
Acknowledged.
complete.
Oh, Dune by Cryo.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
I do have that installed. I've played a bit of it. Like not like masses of it, but yes. Thanks for clarifying. The original Dune by Cryo was like an adventure-ish game with some strategy elements. I didn't get that far in it. I just, played an hour or so to grab some footage. But I'm less familiar with that.
Training.
Acknowledged.
What? Okay, fun time.
Affirmative.
That's what happens when I'm reading too long.
Training. New construction
Sir.
options.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how'd you like me now?
Training.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh no, the base is up here, isn't it? Of course, base is over there.
Unit ready.
Okay. Okay, we've expanded northwards. Let's get another OREF.
Ready and waiting. Agreed.
Now we've got two harvesters, and we'll have a third with two refineries.
Awaiting affirmative. Awaiting orders. Reporting. Awaiting orders. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
So we'll get some light tanks from here. Some of the mods might be a bit too much for strings as a casual player. Fair enough.
Reporting. Ready and waiting.
Absolutely fair to say.
Unit
Now,
ready.
they might come from this way as well.
Agreed.
Insufficient funds.
Once we get our... Oh dear.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Oh,
At once. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir.
get out of here.
Building. Low power.
Low power.
Building.
Interesting they teased Tibson in all three, absolutely.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Give me a second. Yeah, you better run, you punks. You better run. Get out of here. Get out of town. Alright.
Acknowledge.
Mention that generals... Oh, hold on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, excuse me. Back here. Thank you very much.
Unit ready. Building.
Uh...
Construction complete.
Sorry, I missed something. Mention generals wasn't my cup of tea for a Command & Conquer game, but would I consider doing a lore video on the game, or rather not cover a game that's... I'm interested in doing something for generals, but I'm not entirely certain what. And I'm not sure... Like, I need to do a generals video of some description at some point, because I recognise the game is a massive favourite of a lot of
Report
people.
acknowledged.
That being said, it's definitely the game that I'm least familiar with in C&C overall. Like of the ones that come in the Ultimate Collection, I'm probably more familiar with C&C 4 than Generals.
Acknowledged.
I still prefer Generals. Don't get me wrong, but it's not something that's it's not my kind of game. So and also since it's not that deep lore-wise, it's like Red Alert. I love the Red Alert games, but there's not so much to say with regards to the lore. So I can't really say as much.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, affirmative.
So I'm not sure what to do with generals. Like there might be some directions to take. So I plan on getting two generals at some point in some form,
Ready and
but what
waiting.
form that takes, I'm not sure yet.
Reporting. Vehicle reporting. Ready and waiting.
I'm really sorry I missed a lot of chat there.
Unit ready.
I'll try and catch up.
Building.
Opinion on the change from Humvee to Light Scout vehicle? Well, Humvee is copyrighted, I think. So I think it's just as simple as licensing. I think there was all the name changes between the original games and the remasters was basically because of licensing.
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders.
So unfortunate, but just how it goes, really.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
You want to play? You want to play? No, you're running. All right. Wait for all our guys to catch up. C&C videos are amazing. Make me feel nostalgia. Thank you very much. Really glad to hear that.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
I want to play Lands of Lore games even more now. So, if you want to try the Lands of Lore games, they are, unlike Dune, you can actually buy them. They're available on GOG and Origin for, just a couple of quid each. So, worth trying there. I think Lands of Lore 1 and 2 run in DOSBox, so they basically run authentic to the originals and are
Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting.
shouldn't have any issues running on modern PC. Lands of Lore 3 I played a fair bit of, basically the entire game to get that small bit of footage, and it's the Windows version because there wasn't like a DOS version or anything like that. It's not emulated, and it's it plays decently well. Very long loading screens though.
Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
Little bit distracted. I'll be right back with you, chat.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Right.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Lost.
Affirmative.
Lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Waiting. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Ready and
Oi.
waiting. Yes, sir.
Lost.
Oh, come on. Really?
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Very well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are we out of... Okay, we're out of rockets. Okay. Bail. Bail.
Affirmative.
We've done some damage.
Lost. Unit lost.
Okay.
Unit ready. Building. Training.
That's what happens when you're distracted.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Lands of Lore Easter egg in Cabal video. The way to merge the universes. Or did you know that Sims 3 added Tiberium with one of the expansions? It grows if you leave it for a while. I'd heard there was some Easter egg involving Tiberium in the Sims, but I didn't have any details on it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
That's interesting.
Lost.
Awaiting orders. Agreed.
Okay,
Well,
we got our radar up. So they just rebuilt. Okay, cool. We didn't do anywhere near enough damage.
Unit ready.
acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Training.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Training.
Right, I'll
Unit
take a moment to see if I can catch up. Oh my god, I've lost a lot of.
training.
I missed a lot of chat there. I'm really sorry for the last 5 minutes or so. If you posted something and I missed it, feel free to repost it again. But I got a bit distracted by the siege going on there. Sorry about that. Tiberium Easter egg in a Lady Gaga music video. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Vehicle report acknowledged. Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
Right. How are we on harvesters? Got 3 guys.
On hold.
Get another.
Building. Unit ready. Training.
I should increase
Unit ready.
our
Training.
harvesting a bit.
Unit ready.
Bit behind on just 3.
Unit ready.
Nox. I'm afraid I've not played Nox.
Unit
I might
ready.
have it. I'm not sure.
Training.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Yes, sir. At once.
Love to see you go through all the Lands of Lore games and hear your commentary.
Training.
Lands of Lore 1 is the best. Most enjoy the second one over the third, but there's a portion that love the third despite the bugs. Interesting. This is something that could be worth exploring with this stream style of thing. Why I want to move on and not just focus on one game at a time, one campaign at a time, because like that could be something interesting to get into. Like try out the Lands of Lore stuff down the line. Any lore on the ore in Red Alert? It's kind of odd having so much gold on the ground. Basically, I don't think there is. I think the ore is basically just we need a resource for gameplay purposes. Because like the resources that are set out in the Command & Conquer games are based on the spice from Dune. And Tiberium worked very, very well. It's very elegant design.
Insufficient funds.
Because it works very well with like it's valuable and deadly in both the gameplay and the story. That's quite elegant game design. Same for the spice, only it's not deadly like Tiberium is in gameplay as such. But the ore is just basically this works gameplay wise, but we're not going to focus too much on it story wise. It's okay. So that was just like, I don't think there's much lore in it. It was interesting that when Red Alert was first announced, I think there were going to be 3 different types of resource. So just like, you know, gold, I'm making it up, but it was like gold, iron, and some other metal that you can pick up on the ground. But instead, in the final game, it's ore and valuable minerals. But I don't think there's any lore in it. It's just purely there to serve a gameplay role.
Training.
Why not? Let's get another ref. We'll drop it down this way, but... Okay. You better not. You better not. Oh, you are going to, aren't you? Okay.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building. Training.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Oh, he blocks you out. Okay. Come on.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Oh, here come the squashes. Oh dear, that's a lot of squashes.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Oh, you're aggroed on the harvester.
Ready.
That's what was going on.
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders.
Tiberian Sun needs a remaster on Red Alert 2 as well. Absolutely. Absolutely do. I really hope that happens.
Insufficient funds.
Really surprised to see you tackle number 3. Oh, so that was Lancelot 3, I guess, in you mean in the Cabal doc? I loved if you watch back the live chat of the Cabal video. People were signing off and saying, "Oh, you know, fun video, thanks. We'll see you next one." And I'm just sitting there grinning to myself at the time, thinking, "The video's not over yet. It's not over yet. There's more yet to come." Joe did the voice in Legend of Kyran, who played Brandon, I think. Was that his first role at Westwood? I remember.
Awaiting orders. Medic yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Acknowledged.
Alright. Everyone back up here.
Yes, sir.
Everyone run away. Everyone run away.
Yes, sir.
You'll be okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
What are they doing? Just knocking about.
Sir. Affirmative.
Alright. Let's preserve.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Nice.
Yes, acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle affirmative. Medic reporting. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Alright, you guys go back to work now.
Acknowledged. Yes,
Right.
sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders.
Unit ready.
We're going to need to take care of
Affirmative.
these guys before the harvesters path down here. Cain is eternal. Would I do a lore video on a character or faction from the Red Alert timeline? I've been looking, I said it a little while ago, I'm looking into maybe doing something on Yuri. I think would be the best place to start with that. I would like to. The problem is with Red Alert, there's not as much lore. There's not as much going on. It's a bit of a shame. Definitely would like to, though.
Yes, acknowledged. Medic reporting.
Right.
Medic reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Reporting. Reporting. Medic reporting. Reporting.
Wait.
Moving out.
Does the AI cheat in Red Alert 1 in the sense that you can't resource starve them? I'm not sure. Definitely in the first C&C.
Yes, sir. Now.
They just do what they like in the first C&C. I'm not sure how it works in Red Alert.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, affirmative.
On hold. Cancel. Training.
Awaiting
On
orders.
hold.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Alright, you guys are just having fun over here, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
We'll just park you here. There's us dancing around through small pathways. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Medic went out.
okay, that's cheeky. Just kiting me.
Construction complete.
Affirmative.
Alright, you're going to come up this way then. I'll wait for you. Mech and Tails, hi! Yuri is Cambridge in Red Alert. You can starve them. Ah, there you go. What would my pitch be for a true C&C 4?
Yes,
Funnily enough, that's the video that I'm editing right now.
Yes, affirmative.
Like, hold on. If I mute everything there. Now, you might not be able to pick this up,
Be a really cool mix.
but
of
that's
old and
the
new.
timeline for the next edit for what I would do if I could redo C&C 4. I have
Are nomads. They don't have the resources GDI and not have.
I have the video in editing literally right now, so that will be the next video. So that'll be fun, hopefully. Right, where were we?
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
The idea is, like, if I could do my own C&C 4, like, wipe the slate completely clean with what actually came out, make up something completely fresh, how I would go with that.
Medic reporting.
If that's what you were asking, anyway. Okay, we finally get our extra ref. Ooh, oh, there's a blinking tree in the way.
Vehicle reporting. Knowledge.
Oxygen L. There we go. So that's a bit closer over here. There's a bit more, so
Yes, knowledge.
should increase our yield a little bit now. Okay, now we want our light tanks and
Training.
rifle stuff.
Ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Have I gone back and relooked at the Disastrous Mobile? Which Disastrous Mobile game? Rivals or one of the earlier ones?
Ready.
Because there are a bunch of mobile games. I suppose Rivals might be the most disastrous, or I'm not sure.
Ready. Training.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Because I guess the reason why the other C&C mobile games weren't received quite so badly was because they always released alongside actual,
Ready.
proper releases.
Medic reporting.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Moving out. Medic
Training.
reporting. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Medic
Yes, sir.
reporting.
Training.
Moving out.
Yes,
sir. Reporting
Unit
order.
ready.
Affirmative. Yes,
Building.
moving out.
Training. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, knowledge. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Reporting.
There we go.
Yes, knowledge.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Now we've got our economy up and going. This is getting out of hand now. There are two. Oh, because the timeline was playing. Yeah. Would you ever consider doing a video with Jethals? Absolutely. Yeah. I've no idea what what kind of thing, but if you'd be interested, I'd absolutely be up for some kind of collab or something if that's what you're saying. Definitely respects the guy. He definitely does some very good stuff. Right, we want to get a mass of tanks before we take on this, because I was way distracted last time and stuff just kept popping up.
Training.
More rifles.
Unit ready. Training.
So our armor damage will be from tanks and some rockets, but we're mainly focusing rifles for our infantry. We've got a bunch of
Yes, sir.
medics mixed in. Could go with more medics. Only knew of rivals. Oh yeah, there was a bunch.
Ready.
So the next video is what I would do if I could redo C&C 4. If I could do Red Alert, if I were to be able to write Red Alert 4,
Ready.
I would set it during, to replace the Red Alert 3 iPhone game that came out a long time alongside Red Alert 3, which was set after Allied victory in Yuri's Revenge and before the intro cutscene in Red Alert 3. Like, I'd wipe that game clean, but go, let's set it there. But that's a story for another video. Tune in next year. Right, how are we on
Yes, sir. Medic
an
reporting.
army?
Moving out, sir. Affirmative.
Got our medic, and which way are you going? You coming this way, or are you going that way?
Yes, sir. Medic reporting. Yes, affirmative.
Let's go this way. Yeah, you're coming this way. Okay.
Affirmative. Medic reporting.
You can move out the way and not do anything. The first time I played this mission back in the 90s was when I found out what mine layers did. And what I did was, because the enemy kept sending units to attack you, I used the mine layer to like block off everything all over here. It was just pure mines. I spent hours on it, and when I finished, like they stopped sending armies to attack me. But then I realised I couldn't get past the mines either, and had to quit out the game. That's how I learned how mine layers work. Snufflegrunt, welcome. Good to see you, mate. Oh, here come the squishes. No squishes? Good. In TD, they just go, we're going to squish you now. Which way are you going? Oh, you're coming this way as well. All right.
Medic reporting. Affirmative.
Wait.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Medic reporting.
Mission saved.
Okay. So we'll just survive this attack, and then probably just march on the next base.
Ready. Building.
Opinion on Dune 2000 and Emperor? Positive overall. I think the C&C games, like the core C&C games, because Dune is obviously C&C, they tend to be a bit more feature. There's more going on in them. I think Emperor could have done with a little bit more time in the oven. Dune 2000 is very good, but is also a little bit basic, which is fine.
Unit
But
building.
it's still a good game. It's just I'm not sure how to word it. It's a good game, but it could have done with a little bit more. It's like the Dune games were a bit
Unit ready.
underdeveloped, maybe. Only a little bit. Still very fun games. Of all the Dune games, I probably favour Dune 2000.
Yes, sir.
But Emperor is quite inventive. It just needed a little bit longer. Bit longer to cook, maybe. Okay.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
The Red Alert 3 timeline doesn't make sense. There was a mobile spin-off of Red Alert that combined Red Alert 2 and 3. Yes! That's it, exactly. Right. Let's see how much we can do. Oh dear, oh dear. There we go. There we go. Not many rifles left though. This is everything left in Group 1. Sweet. We cracked him. Emperor's OST is godly, absolutely. So the guy that did the Harkonnen soundtrack did, I think, the majority of the music in Lands of Law 3, David Arkenstone. So very different music style. I think his Lands of Law 3 stuff is his regular style, like his Harkonnen music style isn't his normal stuff, but he still did a very good job. A lot of people say Harkonnen's music was best, and it is brilliant, but I think Jared Mendelssohn's Ordos, House Ordos music is the highlight of Emperor's OST. The harvester has come to harvest the infantry. Yes. Skirmish? No, this is just playing through campaign. I'm not good enough to play skirmish. I just play for fun. Right. Oh. Is it just you? How about Squish then? Nope, okay. I was thinking that'd be a funny way to end the mission. Alright, there's gotta be someone down here then.
Our base is under attack.
Ah,
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
there we go.
Mission
Fan of StarCraft, StarCraft 2. I'm afraid I have them installed. I plan on getting to them, which is why I'm only doing one stream per faction in the C&C games at the moment, so I can like jump from game to game. So I'd like to get to StarCraft. They're interesting, but they've been difficult for me to get into because they're only right-click to commands, and my brain doesn't work that way. But I'd like to get into them. They do seem very interesting. Love gameplay of both and adore the story of the original StarCraft. Regards StarCraft 2 story is as utterly good or utterly bad. I think you missed a word there. They're just utter something. You regard it as very. You might have missed a word there, Conrad. My PC setup like it is a what is it? 2070 Super GPU, I think. So I decided to, like, it was, you know, big beefy PC. I decided to put it through its paces when I first got it by installing the original Tib Dawn. Literally the first game I played on this PC. Just for fun. I don't have the specs. I can't say the specs off the top of my head, but it's a pretty decent PC. StarCraft 2 story is Meg. Utterly bad. Got it, okay. StarCraft games are amazing, the story is so good. Ah, we have conflict brewing.
Sounds bad, does it not?
Will the Tiberium universe lend itself well to other game styles? I reckon so. A lot of people have been saying how interested they would be in something Fallout style, but set in a Tiberium world, like after Tibson or something like that. Obviously, it's not, you know, like, it's definitely not likely. It'll probably never happen, but I think it would lend itself quite well to something like that. Like, there's definitely the opportunity to even make something like Renegade, just a FPS in the Tiberium universe, or any C&C universe. It's just Renegade was developed by a team who clearly had a lot of passion for the project, but weren't as well versed in making FPS games specifically. And so it'd be interesting to see how another team would tackle it, like whoever it is that makes Battlefield. A lot of people have been saying a Battlefield game, but set in like the Tiberium universe, or set in some C&C universe. That would be interesting. And I think definitely Renegade was very rushed. A lot of games published by EA in that time were very rushed. So it was after you know, EALA, I think around that time early on, from Battle for Middle-earth and C&C 3, a lot of EA's games were rushed at that time. Making a new Renegade in the Tib 2 game. Yeah, that's Renegade X, the fan game. Very much looking forward to that. Renegade X Firestorm.
Where is Professor Einstein? I was hoping you'd say that.
Despite Renegade being very rushed, it was still an amazing game to play, especially the multiplayer. Absolutely. Absolutely agree with that. When you get around to playing StarCraft, you'll see some similarities between it and Red Alert 3 Tib Wars. From what I've heard, very, very much so. A lot of later 3D RTSs seem very, from the gameplay I've seen of StarCraft 2, you can see the resemblance.
I'm afraid the effects are quite...
How many factions for C&C 4? So like in the if I could redo C&C 4, I'd go 5 factions. So the idea is, you know, there was the plan for C&C Incursion, Westwood's idea for C&C 3. And that had 5 factions, with the idea that that 2 extra factions would be added over the course of 2 expansions. So that'd be fun. Obviously a big undertaking. But
30 minutes remaining.
oh boy. Okay. I'm not I'm not recalling any memories of this mission, so we'll see how this goes.
On my way. For king and my way.
If TS had a remastered version, do you think they should make a bonus campaign to play the Forgotten and know more of their lore? I would love that.
For king and country.
I mean, with the idea of the remaster as being the original game, just sort of like in a better package. So if they were to remaster it, I wouldn't expect it because that's extra new content. I would love it if they like you could do the remaster and then have DLC of his, the same engine, all the same assets and stuff, but it's like they did a new expansion, like when they had like for Red Alert, you had base game, and then you had Counter-Strike, and then you had the Aftermath. It's like, what if they did DLC for the Remaster Collection for like a third one 20 years later? I'd be on board for that. Okay. So I'm mostly used to how the spy works in Red Alert 2 and 3. So I think it's mainly the dogs that detect, and they have detected. Oh no, they haven't detected. Aha. In some games, the base defenses detect spies and stealth. I don't think that's going to be the case here. So I'm grabbing this fella, aren't I? Yes. Get the whip. This music, yes.
Building infiltrated.
There we go. Big old base here, isn't it? Okay, I don't have much memory of what happens in this mission, so we'll see how this. We'll see what happens here. Hey, howdy, partner. Right, destroy the SAM sites. You got it. Young memories of this mission include going into the INI files to make it beatable. This mission is where the AI will kill your harvesters with air power over and over. Blow shit up. Got it. There we go. Scrin versus Forgotten. That would be very interesting.
Reinforcements have arrived.
There's the reinforcements. Ooh. There we are. Blow up the prison. Do we need to? Does it matter? Might as well, I guess. Kill the spy. I ever participated in C&C online tournaments? No, I don't actually play the multiplayer that much. I'm mainly like campaign single player kind of guy.
Allied reinforcements have arrived.
There we go.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Awaiting order.
And one rifle. One rifle. Okay.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Agreed.
Okay, so I guess we'll probably want to take over this area here. NGs!
Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Ready and waiting.
Right.
Ready and waiting.
Here's our rifles.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Right, we'll save there. I haven't played Warzone 2100. I do have it installed. That's one of the games I'm definitely planning to get to at some point, but I'm afraid I haven't played it. You can place a spy directly beneath the tech center and Tanya will still escape the building. Only play the campaigns on easy because I'm a big old wimp like that. Don't worry about that. Especially for Tib Dawn and especially for people that didn't play the game back in the day or had a lot of trouble with the games back in the day. Don't worry about playing on easy. It's absolutely fine. Well, never mind. That guy having a bit of a spin there. Nice. Oh, well done. Well done, dude. Oh boy. Okay. Squash. Squash. Yes. Get out of melee range. You numpty. Okay. No, we're good. Right, so I've only got one of those. Instead of using up all our energies, let's damage it first and see if we can capture a bunch of different things.
New construction
Nice.
options. Building.
Ready and waiting. Of course.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Orc.
Affirmative.
Right, sorry, I missed a couple of things. Ba. Oh, come on.
New construction options.
Get an aura
Building.
first. And we're good. No one's attacking. We can take a moment to breathe.
Saved.
Warzone 2100 is free and open source. That is absolutely something. There's some chaps in our No Strings Discord who actually work on that. So I've been looking at things like that. But it is fantastic when like the community keeps the games going all these years. You plan on playing? Oh, I missed that there. Oh no, where's it gone? There it is. Do you plan on playing Renegade X Firestorm? Also love the lore vids. Thank you very much. Glad you enjoy them.
Complete.
Yes, I plan on playing... so if you haven't seen it, it's an upcoming fan game based on Renegade, but in a new engine.
Options.
Or a FPS of... so you already have Renegade X, which is like a re-implementation of the first Renegade, the official Renegade, but in a new engine. And the idea is this is the same thing, same idea, but set during Tib Sun, or set during Firestorm. When that's released, I'm definitely planning on doing something, probably stream-wise. I don't know if I can make a regular video of mine. I'm not sure if it really works with my normal content style, but definitely planning on doing something. Okay, I did not see you guys turn up.
New construction options.
Sorry, I missed a bunch of chat there. Sorry about that. Right. Get an ore truck. We'll get another ref, and then we'll have 3 trucks. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Our base is under attack.
No. Get out of here. Okay. What are you... Oh. Stupid. Okay. Right, I know I'm missing a lot here. Careful, because attack dog is coming. Okay,
Complete.
I'll keep an eye out. I'm hidden down there. There we go. Okay, we're back in business.
Training. Building.
Okay, we'll have 4 trucks. That'll do.
Building.
Actually, no, we're capturing power plants.
Cancel.
Let's get Flame Tower. Why not?
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Awaiting orders.
This is probably more expensive than buying power plants, but whatever.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, affirmative.
This is how we roll.
Construction complete. Unit ready. Training. Unit ready. Training.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Training. Unit ready. Building.
Last time I did a full playthrough of Red Alert 1, it was the original version in a Windows 98 virtual machine.
Construction
It was like an
options.
intravenous shot of pure nostalgia. Lovely.
Reporting orders. Very well.
Right. Not trusting this direction.
Unit ready. Building.
Either, really.
Reporting. Awaiting orders.
Hey, the
Affirmative.
tanks are now online. Okay, you're getting healed up.
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Very well.
Right.
Repairing. Training. Construction complete. Unit ready. Training.
Missile subs are OP.
Unit ready. Training.
C&C
Ready.
64, now that's a blast from the past.
Unit ready.
That's an interesting looking game.
Unit
Being
ready.
3D with weird flat sprites.
Yes, sir.
Training. Unit
Awaiting
ready.
orders. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting
Training.
orders. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building. Repairing.
Yes, sir.
Did it
Acknowledged.
malfunction? Yes, it did. It did malfunction. Well noticed.
Repaired.
I think it always used to
Unit ready.
be a bit wonky like that.
Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders.
Repairing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Radar. Let's see things that are happening.
Yes,
Unit
sir.
repaired.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting.
Repairing.
Acknowledged.
You're gonna come and have a go, aren't you? Get some SAMs. Good call. Oh boy.
Acknowledged.
Fun time begins.
Construction complete.
Let's all have a jolly.
Unit ready. Building.
Right.
New construction options.
Maybe not then. Do you get it from airfield?
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Oh. I'll see you later then.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders.
Unit
Reporting.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Okay.
Training.
I just blob up with rifles. I like blobbing up with rifles.
Training. Unit ready. Training.
Like how Soviets are like, fuck it, let's put a double barrel on the tank.
Training. Unit ready. Training. Unit ready. Building. Training.
Airfield, free paratroopers, and spy plane. Sounds like a plan.
Awaiting
Building.
orders. Vehicle. Report
Training.
acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Reporting and
Training.
waiting.
Unit ready.
Excuse me, this is mine.
Ready.
Bugger off.
Training.
Be
Unit
acknowledged.
ready. Construction complete.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Construction options.
There are no SAMs allowed. No SAMs allowed. We got a barracks.
On hold.
Well, we got everything, so there's no SAMs allowed.
Unit ready.
Okay.
Building. On hold.
I would actually like... Let's grab another ref.
Building.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Vehicle. Yes, sir. Reporting. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, heavies and mediums, got it.
Yes, sir.
Thing, hold on, these are two different types of tank. Anyway,
Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
we clear them out? Let's clear them out.
Ready and waiting.
Position these guys over here in case I need them.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Time for classic red alert going on here. Just big tanks and shooty things. Bunch of tanks doing tank things. Welcome to red alert.
Building. Construction complete.
Welcome back to red alert. And regular welcome to red alert. That's how it goes. We off internet box chat. You did just leave just because I mentioned internet box.
Yes, sir.
Did not expect you to actually follow through on that.
Unit ready. Building.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh, we probably
Under attack.
hit a a harvester at some point.
Reporting. Knowledge. Waiting. Yes, sir. Reporting. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Orders.
Let's keep things alive.
Unit ready. Building.
Should we get some yaks?
On hold.
Yeah.
Building.
What is Internet Box? It's a podcast that I constantly mention to my friends that Alice can't stand. So I bring it all the time just to annoy Alice. It's an old podcast that I hide references to in my videos a lot. So every single lore video on this channel will have a picture hidden in it somewhere that is a reference to Internet Box podcast. And it's a picture of three guys who look like they're not having fun at all, holding a beer bottle. Every single video with the word lore in the title on this channel will have that picture hidden in it somewhere.
Unit repaired.
So it's a bit of an inside reference just because I find it funny by this point. Okay. A lot of dudes turning up.
Awaiting orders.
Unit lost.
Reporting.
Yeah, you better run.
Reporting well.
He's the only one that gets the references. It's infuriating.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
How do I never see any of these pictures by this point? They're very well hidden.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
I promise you, every video that has lore in the title has that picture in it somewhere.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
I'll get you started. The Kane documentary, the Kane biography, was it biopic? The picture is hidden at the point where you see the Sistine Chapel. I'll give you that one for free. The rest of the Easter eggs you got to find yourself, but there are a lot of Easter eggs I've been hiding through the videos.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting.
All right.
Ready and waiting. Reporting.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders.
Unit
Yes, sir.
lost. Unit lost.
How'd you like that, Soviets? I'm using your own blinking tanks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Being acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
This is maximum nostalgia, just full zoomed in with big chunky pixels.
Yes, sir.
Silos needed.
Silos needed. Oh boy, alright. We've not been building enough tanks.
Construction complete. Training.
How to know you don't have enough tanks yet? It says silos needed.
Unit ready. Training. Unit ready.
Ready and waiting.
There we go.
Unit lost.
Okay.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Training. Construction complete.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Training. Unit
Ready
lost.
and waiting. Yes, sir.
Unit
There it is.
training. Unit ready. Training.
Yes,
Unit
sir.
ready.
Reporting.
Training.
Waiting orders.
Unit
Yes,
ready.
sir. Affirmative.
Training. Unit
Yes,
ready.
sir. Ready and waiting.
Training.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Oh, hello.
Yes,
Building.
sir. Reporting.
Training.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare, you cheeky sausages.
Yes, sir. No. Yes, sir.
Alright, let's just do the big damage here.
No. Affirmative.
You got nowhere to land now, have you, yaks?
Ready, sir.
Ah! That's cheaty.
Unit ready.
That's cheaty.
Building.
Affirmative. Yes,
Alright.
no. Affirmative.
Get rid of that, so you won't do that again.
Reporting.
Get rid of you. And then we can retreat.
Affirmative. Ready and waiting.
Everyone back home.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Ready and waiting.
Building.
Reporting. Agree. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Waiting orders.
Sweet.
Reporting.
There we go. MS-DOS moments when you zoom in, absolutely. It still looks. This still looks pretty good in remastered. I recommend the mod. What have we got here? Pixel Perfect zoom levels. There's one each for Tib Dawn and Red Alert 1, which means that maximum zoom with remaster graphics is, you won't be able to tell because I'm playing at 1440 and you're watching this at 1080, but it's a bit steppy on maximum zoom. But with this mod, next zoom out is pixel perfect. This is the maximum size for all of the remastered sprites. And there's no stepping. It looks a lot better than the base game. So try out that mod. There's one each for both of the games. But this just looks good, and any way you spin it. Right. Excuse me. And you guys heal up. I can build anywhere. War Clones, hello! Welcome! Day's fine, how's yours? I haven't actually been tracking the achievements. I've no idea which achievements I've got, to be honest.
Unit ready. Yes, sir. Building.
So I couldn't say if I've got all the right achievements.
Unit ready. Yes, sir. Unit ready.
Vehicle reporting.
Unit ready. Training.
2-bit, cheers, welcome. Thanks for dropping by.
Unit ready. Unit prepared. Training. Unit ready. Building. Training. Unit ready. Training.
There's the time code for the Easter egg then. Nicely found.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Training.
Yeah, the referential Easter eggs go back to as far as the F-Zero doc. Every major video has at least one hidden in it somewhere.
Unit ready.
The original version of the infantry death animations look so gruesome. Yeah, they're quite fun, aren't they?
Unit prepared.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir.
Especially like the flame ones and the various ways you could die. I like the cartoony skeleton ones from the Tesla Tech. Still waiting for the day the second remaster titles are announced. That would be fantastic. Come on, EA, what are you playing at? Gibson, the logical candidate for the next remaster, absolutely. That's an RI2. Hopefully it'll be the same thing as the first collection, because it's the same engine.
Awaiting order. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Very well hidden. I've watched Kane a biopic multiple times, never knowing it was there.
Unit ready. Building.
Those three, they're called the Bryce, by the way.
Unit prepared.
The disco time. Disco time on the repair pad. Get a closer look. Is it blinking disco time? Alright.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Affirmative.
Everyone off. There you go.
Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Awaiting order.
Wait.
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders.
Preparing.
Do we have any confirmations we're going to do a remaster collection too? We don't. We have. There's no way of knowing at this point if it's possible or likely or anything like that. Or we know it's possible, but we don't know with any likelihood or certainty or anything like that. So at this point, assume the answer is no.
Training.
Unfortunately,
Unit ready.
hopefully eventually, but there's no way of
Unit prepared.
don't hype yourself up basically.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting.
All right, blob time.
Unit ready.
Big old blob time.
Training. Unit ready.
This is what C&C is about. Big old blob time.
Unit ready.
None of that StarCraft select 10 units at a time. Now we make blobs in this game.
Building. Unit ready. Training. Unit ready.
General's Remaster, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alright.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Destroy all of the things.
Unit ready. Building.
Just found out that the entire Earthbreakers team has been pulled to put on another project, so we don't... Don't assume that it is C&C. It could be literally anything. All we know is that Petroglyph are working on something, but they would be working on something anyway. you know, I would say don't read too much into it at this point until we have some kind of indication that it's likely to be C&C related. Don't hype yourself up over it. Hype responsibly.
Waiting affirmative. Reporting. Very well. Vehicle affirmative.
I haven't played General's Evolution yet, I'm afraid. Apparently it's very good, but no, I'm afraid not. Maybe I'll get to it at some point, but there are a lot of fantastic mods in C&C, but it's not something that I get too much into. I don't get through the base campaigns too often, so I'll try it out eventually, hopefully, but for now I'm afraid not.
Mission accomplished.
Oh, just as Hellmarch starts. Nice. Oh, we skipped the cutscene. Whoops, my bad. We didn't get to see her kick ass. Right. Right. Hand off the mouse this time, so we won't skip the cutscene, because I think this is the one with your boy in it.
Would you not agree, Stavros?
Yes. Our analysis is almost No, sit. I'm late. I apologize.
Generals is the C&C game I've played the least. It doesn't captivate me the same way as the Tiberian Relic universe is. Still determined to beat it some way. I unfortunately feel the same.
General Nico Stavros? Yes. Professor, let me introduce the commander who rescued you. Huh? Commander, this is Professor Albert Einstein.
Yes. Very exciting.
This watch is not working.
These are reconnaissance photos taken near the Aegean Sea. Professor, perhaps you can help us identify the specifics?
From what I've had a chance to read, this is Stalin's main research laboratory. They are working on a new kind of defensive system. Oh, yeah, this is it. The Iron Curtain is based on the theory of resonating molecules at certain
Oh, yes,
frequencies.
Professor, but what does the Iron Curtain do?
Well, by the theorem, it appears to make things invulnerable. Any vehicle or
I think on that paper he's actually got a picture of the chronosphere rather than the Iron Curtain.
It's incredible. I know Tesla was experimenting with this kind
Thank
of
you, Professor. That is all we need to know.
C&C Generals was the first non-Westwood C&C though. The first after Westwood closed, but it's not the first C&C developed outside of Westwood Studios itself in Las Vegas. The first of that distinction would either be Red Alert 2, which was developed by Westwood Pacific, or if you count the Dune games, I suppose Dune 2000, which was developed by I've forgotten their name. UK company. Same company that also did Emperor. Both those came under the Westwood Studios label because Westwood Pacific and the other company were either a Westwood subsidiary. I think Westwood Pacific was a Westwood subsidiary, or just another EA company, or something like that. Oh, no, of course, the console ports as well, but probably doesn't count as much. Intelligent Games, how's it? Well done. Okay, back to Hellmarch.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Ready and waiting.
Reinforcements have arrived. Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Right,
sir.
I might call this campaign the last one. So we'll get through this, and I might call it after this.
Acknowledged.
Build up base. Just scout out where all our ore is.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
the Petroglyph still being around. It might be because Petroglyph are self-owned. They're an independent company. They do all their own publishing, so maybe there's fewer overheads and things like that. Maybe it's a bit easier to keep a company alive that doesn't have as many costs or something like that. I might be making stuff up.
New construction options.
Watched the Dune video a lot. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I was quite pleased with the Dune video when it came out, but then during the premiere of it, when it first went live, I was like, oh, I left a bunch of mistakes in. Because I spent about 2 or 3 days, like, okay, the edit's final. Okay, I'll render it out. And I render it out. And it takes like 3 hours sometimes to render out the videos, because like they're a bit visual intensive and my editing machine isn't too powerful. So I render it out and I start uploading it because my internet's bad as well. And then as it's uploading, I watch it. Like, 4 gigabytes, so it takes a while to upload. Another 3 or 4 hours. And as I'm watching, it's like, oh, there's an error. There's an editing mistake. I'll fix that. I'll re-render it. I'll re-upload it. That's another 6 hours. So this is why it took several days to do it. And every time with a Dune doc, I did one single edit to fix an error, I would accidentally introduce another editing mistake. So in the end, there's a couple of editing mistakes in, like the text generators. Some of the text generators in the Dune doc have like random letters or numbers at the end, because like I use the number 2 to zoom out in the timeline. So some of the text generators say the text that was supposed to be there, and then 2222, because I'm like trying to zoom out, not realizing that that I've highlighted the text generator. So I was kicking myself. I was like, oh, there's a bunch of mistakes left, but it's still a fun dog.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Our base is under attack.
Okay, if the rockets get squashed, we're doomed.
Unit.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
New construction options. Training.
Right. Let's get a little bit further over here and see if we can get another refinery a little bit further out.
Construction complete.
Dib Resurrection, Lucas, how's it going?
Unit ready.
Thanks for stopping by.
Unit ready. Training. Building. Unit ready.
I see. Oh, flamers. Oh boy.
Construction complete.
Okay, I'm not microing that any further.
Unit ready. Training. Unit
Yes, sir.
lost.
Affirmative.
Our base is under
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Training. Unable to comply. Building in progress.
Come on, you sausages.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Training.
Reporting very well.
Unit ready.
Hoo-hoo. Okay, we're loitering here.
Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting.
Unit ready.
Waiting orders.
Training.
Waiting orders. Reporting.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Training. Unit
Reporting.
ready.
Acknowledge. Yes, sir.
Training.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Construction complete. Unit
Okay.
ready.
Oh, that was a war factory.
New construction
We wanted one of those, actually.
building. Unit
Ready and waiting.
Training.
Okay.
At one. Very well.
Base is under attack.
Okay. Fun time ahead for us.
Training.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit
Ready and
ready.
very well. Reporting.
Training.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Sweet.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Waiting orders.
Grab another medic.
Training.
3 medics. Just because we're on only infantry at the moment. We should be fortified enough to keep pushing forward, but I need more economy. Once the ref goes up, we'll get some ore trucks.
Insufficient funds. Construction complete.
Pillbox is a friend, yes. I'll go with base defenses in this game.
Training.
So I've kind of been neglecting them so far.
Yes, sir. Of
Okay, doke.
Reporting. Medic reporting.
Aha! How'd you like me now?
Very well.
Building.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Reporting. Of course.
Unit ready.
Waiting orders.
Nice.
Acknowledged. Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Reporting. Agreed. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Construction complete.
Okay, we'll drop it here.
Building.
I'll have a couple of pillboxes set up. Never knew that gold spawner was a mine with stairs. It's like a, yeah. There is an original. Yeah, it's a bit difficult to tell. That's understandable. But I think it's... I assume it's supposed to be like a minecart kind of thing. But, I'm not sure. Okay. There we go. Turrets, because we get tanks coming up this way.
Building.
3 rangers, so we can do a bit of scouting, and then it's mediums all the way down.
Construction complete.
Or we could get light tanks. Have you, any of you saw that
Building.
Yes, sir. Of course.
RA Girls animation recently? That was quite charming.
Base is
Yes,
under
sir.
attack.
Yes, sir.
Construction
Agreed.
complete.
Why did I get a barracks? What am I clicking?
Unit.
Why in the world did I just get a barracks?
Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
Okay, what do I want? I would like... Radar dome, that's what I was after.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
I'll get back. Get into pillbox range. Nice.
41.
Training. Unit ready.
Really enjoy the Lorvids, thank you very much. Glad you enjoy them.
Ready. Construction.
Radar dome for AA guns. Good call.
Unit ready. Training.
AA gun.
Options.
Lovely stuff.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Building. Training. Unit ready. Training. Unit ready. Insufficient funds.
Oh, the Lorvids, thank you very much, Numbers. Hope you don't mind me calling you Numbers.
Unit ready.
Conan Unchained.
Unit ready.
I've heard stuff about that because of all the talk with,
Construction complete. Base is under attack.
what was it, with the Dune games?
Building.
With Funcom having the license for the Dune movie. Or for games based on the Dune movie. I don't really know anything about Conan.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Alright, we're fortified now.
Unable to comply.
Reporting.
Building in progress.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Agreed. Yes, sir.
Unit
Of course.
ready. Training. Construction complete.
We're right on the edge of getting squished there, fellas. There you go.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Agreed. Ready and waiting. Agreed.
Right. So we should be fortified now from aircraft,
Unit
power plant.
building.
Reporting.
Training.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Okay, let's have a mosey around.
Waiting. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Oh, okay.
Affirmative.
There we go.
Ready and waiting. Vehicle reporting.
What are you just sitting there? Okay. Okay. Alright. We are now
Very well.
low on stuff.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
That's all our ore. Get a spy into one of the Soviet tech centers in the base across the Gulf. So we don't need one yet. So we need to clear this out and get their ore.
Vehicle acknowledged.
We don't have tanks.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's attracted everyone's attention.
Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Waiting orders.
Right.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
So, we want to... Do we just send in the goalies?
Reporting. Affirmative.
Okay, you guys soak up the damage.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
Unable to comply. Building in
Let's soak up the damage
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
from the flame towers.
Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
Nicely done.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders.
Okay.
Affirmative. sir. Ready and waiting, sir.
I'll just stop that.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Very well. Awaiting order.
I think I lost some guys there, never mind.
Yes, sir. Report, sir.
Yes, I think there's some ore down here.
Waiting orders. Very well. Affirmative. Very well.
This is kind of our last contingent. I don't think there's much else going on down here. I think I need to build down to here and set up a naval base, because there's going to be the big base down here somewhere. There we go.
Affirmative. Yes,
Insufficient
sir.
funds.
Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Rebel Retaliation Hellmarch, yes. Hellmarch 1.5, basically. Allied campaign is tougher than the Soviet campaign. Huh. Interesting.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Okay, we're back in business a bit, but I'm going to want to build down towards this direction a bit.
Affirmative.
Ah,
Vehicle reporting.
there we go. So you should path there next time. Or just path there now, whatever.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
So we've got 3 guys going down here long distance, and 2 going here medium distance.
Acknowledged. Very well.
Low power. Construction.
Now we're no longer low power.
Waiting order.
Nice. Okay, we're back in business now.
Vehicle reporting.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir.
Training.
Affirmative.
So let's just have a scout around, make sure we're not missing anything.
Affirmative.
Unit ready. Training.
Cutscene quotes here if you're listening to the music.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building. Training. Unit ready. Training.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Training. Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building. Insufficient funds.
Acknowledged.
I like Red Alert, but there's no law. This post made by the Kane Gang.
Affirmative.
Oh, it's going to be a very long distance. I don't think the sandbags trick works in Red Alert. I think that's just
Unit
Tib Dawn.
ready.
Yes, sir.
Training.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Okay, everything on hold. Everything on hold.
Cancel.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
howdy, partner.
Ready and waiting. Vehicle reporting. Well. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
There we go.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Vehicle
We still have our medics. I think our medics died, didn't they? Use silos instead. Good call.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Okay.
Training. Building. Construction complete.
There we go.
Building.
Now we're in business.
Construction complete. Unit ready. Training. Building. Construction complete.
Cool thing, thanks. Thanks for dropping by, Conrad. Hope you enjoyed it.
Building.
Right, we'll set a ref round here.
Unit ready. Training.
These are my kind of missions where you sort of like have to fortify a bit.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Building.
Got to focus on your base, on your
Unit ready.
resources.
Training.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Affirmative.
Building. Unable to comply.
What's the difference between normal pillbox and camo pillbox?
Insufficient funds.
I think it's a difference in
Unit ready.
in armor.
Training.
I'm not entirely certain though.
Construction complete. Building.
In OpenRA Red Alerts, the camo pillbox is stealth, so you can't actually see it until like you're like on it or being fired at by it or Something like that.
Unit ready.
But in the base game, I think it's armor. I'm not certain, though.
Building.
Camo has more armor. There you go.
Construction complete.
Okay.
Low power. Building.
Yes, sir.
And a big old heal up here.
Yes, reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Construction
Yes,
complete.
sir.
Building.
Alright. Plonk down that ref. I'll probably sell that after this. I will never want for silos again. Yeah, I'll sell the silos once the ref's down. And we've got 2 mines here. Cool.
For centuries we have waited to emerge from the shadows, and now we will make ourselves known.
Soon we will stand. Soon we will stand. Soon we will stand invincible. Soon we will stand.
Here we go.
Construction complete.
Vehicle report. Affirmative.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Structure
Acknowledged.
sold.
Affirmative.
Right. I could probably build off of that for the naval yard. Now, presumably,
Structure sold.
this will be fine, and I'll leave those just in case.
Reporting. Affirmative. Agreed. Reporting. Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir.
So, what do I want? I would like a naval yard. Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes,
fun times ahead.
On
Scrap
hold.
that. Let's get camo pillbox.
reporting.
Yeah, you better scram actually,
Yes, sir.
and you better squash.
Yes, sir.
Construction
Affirmative.
complete.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle
Oh,
reporting.
you got out of there just in time, mate.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we'll wait around there.
Building.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Yes, sir.
Big old blockage going on here. What is all supposed to be, and how does it generate income? I think it's just like gold or valuable metals or something like that, if not necessarily gold itself.
Building.
But it's just like some useful metal that's worth money.
Acknowledged.
Construction
There we go.
complete.
We're fortified a bit here.
Building.
Those minerals they use to create alloys and other things out of. Basically, yeah, I suppose. It's not too lore intense, it's just some stuff.
Construction.
Okay, let's go our tanks now. Tank time.
Building.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because what we're going to need to do is set up a naval yard, get some transports, and then chuck our vehicles over to the island over here, and then just cause havoc.
Unit ready. Building.
Actually going to get another ref just to stop the blockage.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit.
So by that point we'll probably have too many harvesters. That's the only concern. Maybe it's not worth
on
it.
hold.
Why does it grow like Tiberium? I know it's for gameplay reason. Yeah, there's no other reason. I mean, you've got these mines that are like...
Unit ready.
It makes a bit more sense in Red Alert when you can see the drill actually drilling the ore up and like dumping it onto the surface. I guess it's supposed to be like a minecart system that's like bringing the ore up to the surface, but you don't actually see it functioning. So it's just a,
Ready.
you know,
Building.
don't worry about it kind of thing. Now, do I plonk down a second refinery? Because then we'll have too many harvesters, and I don't want to use up all... Oh, it doesn't matter. Nah,
Cancel.
I think that's a bad idea.
Unit ready. Building.
Time machine reason. Then we get to scout south on the left just to be safe.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
I'll give it a look.
Yes, sir. Waiting orders.
Right, naval yard time. Chuck out a gunboat or two just to have a scout around.
Building.
They'll harvest us on service depot.
Construction complete.
I don't think you get a you don't get an MCV yet, so I'm not sure.
Unit ready.
I'm not sure if it's worth getting a service depot
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
on this particular mission.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
New construction.
Right.
options.
Gunboat.
Unit ready.
I'm just going to stack up on tanks. Chuck them in a bunch of gunboats, in a bunch of transports, and then chuck them over to the next island over.
Building. Unit ready.
Alright, shout out to DSW22. You get an official no strings shout out for the little that's worth. Give me a shout out, please, or you're a heretic to Cain.
Acknowledged.
You know how to get me to say things.
Building.
Okay, so it's not actually that far to the island.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Oh yeah, this is just resource islands. Fair enough.
Acknowledged.
We can do that though when this runs a bit dry.
Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Huge boats and guns, gunboats. Nice shout out.
Affirmative.
Oh, okay.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Naval
Acknowledged.
unit lost.
Yeah, do you want to actually fire? There you go.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Nice.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Our base is
Acknowledged.
under attack.
Oh, of course it is. Oh, of course it is.
Building.
Please, no strings is not a heretic. It's the ant music.
Ready. Building.
Do I support a football team? I don't. I don't really follow, sports or anything like that. If I had to say I support a team, I would just go with my dad's team, which is Wolverhampton Wanderers. Personally, I'm not too fussed about football, but
Building.
if I go with anything, I'll support his.
Waiting order.
Let's see if that causes a furore in the comments. Yeah, you can't explain the large gems. The gems are as gems do.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Strings now a traitor to the eyes of Destroyer Havoc.
Vehicle.
Come on, you numpties.
Acknowledged.
The goalies are on strike.
Affirmative.
Yeah, okay, we need another... We'll probably need another refinery.
Reporting. Awaiting orders. Vehicle. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Right, you guys go down there.
Reporting. Medic reporting.
You guys go down there as well. Just in case anyone turns up. Like these fellas.
Unit ready.
Oh, you're coming to this bit here, okay.
Reporting at once. Yes, medic reporting. Moving out.
Unit ready.
Reporting.
Unit
Yeah.
lost.
Fuck that ranger in particular, I guess.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Alright, let's start getting transports.
Building.
Okay, there'll be less of a blockage now. These trees don't help, of course.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Actually, you go there.
building. Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yeah, I'll get some gunboats after this transport. Good call.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Unit
Okay, so this is the island that we need to drop off at.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready. Building.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Hello
ready.
there.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yeah, power meter is quite low, but we're still functioning, and I don't really need any more buildings at the moment. So while stuff's building,
Unit ready.
while these guys are having a bit of fun, I'll leave it just for now.
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Awaiting
Right,
orders.
you heal up. Transports plus tanks, perfect landing. The yaks come continuously after power plants.
Acknowledged.
I think they stopped coming after I set these up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Nice.
Vehicle
That moment there is the best bit of RTSs, where you're just like, hey, do a thing, and then you watch them do the thing. Oh, hello. We can see all of the stuff now. Lovely stuff. Right. Big zoom going on there.
vehicle reporting.
For those just joining, you'll want to get the Pixel Perfect Zoom level mods, which sorts out some of the artifacting with the remaster graphics and give you extra zoom levels.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
Affirmative.
Build more wind traps.
Unit repaired.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Knowledge.
Just smash the like button. Never smash the like button. Leave the like button leave it alone. The like button goes through so much in everyone else's videos.
Silos needed.
Silos needed. All right, let's get more silos.
Construction complete.
Yeah, be nice to the like button.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Acknowledged. Waiting orders.
Our base is under attack.
Sorry.
Construction complete.
Okay.
Silos needed.
Hello.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Why am I getting barracks? What did I go for?
Cancel.
Waiting
Unit
orders.
Oh, I'm pressing hotkeys. That's why I'm suddenly building buildings.
cancel. Building.
So deploy for some reason starts building a power plant. I'll need to fix that in hotkeys. There we go.
Reporting.
There we go.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
Right. I never understood what a silo is, so I built dogs because that apparently made him shut up.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Right. I'm not going to get a service depot because it'll be too much micro to shuttle back and forth between the islands.
Affirmative.
Let's just get more medium tanks. That's why we're on. We need silos.
Building.
Okay, I won't load them in until at the last moment, so no one sneaks in and blows up the transports.
Unit ready.
Vehicle reporting.
Building. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Locate the enemy shipyard and destroy it. I'll do some damage on the ground with the tanks before I go looking for the shipyard.
Awaiting orders.
I
Affirmative.
reckon.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
I wonder if there's a better landing. I think there's a landing spot down here, wasn't there?
Affirmative.
Just I'm eyeing up this Tesla coil. I think the shipyard was over here. I'm just wondering if there's space down here.
Unit ready. Building.
Actually, I'm sending too many down here. We'll just send the one and blockade over here.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, you're the sacrificial lamb, matey.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Keep an eye on the radar.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Is there land?
Building.
Acknowledged.
Okay, you're dead.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Naval unit lost.
Okay, so we can't see if there's a landing spot here. I'll assume not.
Reporting.
I bet there will be. But it's too thin anyway to get all of our tanks in.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, it's the AI does rebuild buildings, basically in the same spot. I'm not sure if it works exactly the same way as Tibdawn, but
Affirmative.
yeah, it does, like, okay, I'll rebuild my building here.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Ultra mega stonks.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Okay, this might be a better landing spot up here. Alright, you're in for a surprise.
Waiting or acknowledged. Waiting or acknowledged.
Building. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir.
Didn't even have a chance.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Okay, there's no subs over here.
Ready. Building.
I've not seen their naval... Oh, is their naval yard... Oh, their naval yard's going to be there, isn't it? Okay.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
You go back over there,
Acknowledged.
and I guess we'll load up.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Alright, strap in, I guess.
Vehicle reporting.
Strap in, it's on.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Alright, you guys just dance around for a bit and
Yes, sir.
see if you can figure out what you're gonna do.
Reporting. Awaiting acknowledged.
Anyone? No one? Alright.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle acknowledged. Awaiting acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Anyone?
Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
They're throwing a bit of a wobbly right now, aren't they?
Yes, sir.
Mission saved.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got one.
Affirmative.
They were closer before, I think, weren't they?
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Alright, mission's busted. Stream's over. Bye, everyone.
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir.
Oh, that was it. I just got to tell them to stop, because they think they're still moving. Okay. I guess I clicked too far in.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting.
Insufficient
Affirmative. Awaiting
funds.
order. Affirmative.
That's a weird bug.
Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting.
Oh, you're too far.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting order. Affirmative.
How we doing? You're
Awaiting orders.
you're good.
Reporting.
So I guess what happened was I told them to go here, and they were like, "Okay, I can go a bit further." So they think they're still moving, and so they won't
Yes, sir.
deploy the
Yes,
doors.
sir. Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting order.
But pressing S to tell them to stop
Yes, sir.
apparently fixes that.
Awaiting order. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Reporting. Awaiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Awaiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
There we go. Oh, we can get one more
On
transport.
hold. Cancel. Building. Cancel.
Let me get in an ore truck.
On hold.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Some incredible AI. Okay, and you go there, and then the rest go here. Hello.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Our base is under attack.
Affirmative.
Well, there goes our power.
Building. Structure sold.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Low power.
Don't need that.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
And get our power back.
Prepared.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Nice. Why are you building rangers?
Yes, sir.
There's some keys that I'm pressing that are building things.
Awaiting order. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Awaiting order.
I'm going to have to play around with my hotkeys. But I think that's why I've been building random things for this entire stream. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let's boogie, buckaroos.
Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Reporting. Awaiting orders.
Alright, you go out on defense duty. We'll drop off over here, which seems to be the... I was about to say, seems to be the most lightly defended area. But we'll be fine. We got enough.
Reporting. Affirmative.
I think I don't hear submarines, do I?
Affirmative.
Don't think so. Yes, I do.
Reporting.
You guys move.
Affirmative.
Gunboats.
Vehicle reporting.
You hit the thing. I'm watching you. Okay, cool.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Go here. Lightly defended while a mammoth is sitting there.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Waiting orders. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Base is under a...
Lost.
Vehicle reporting.
What was lost?
Waiting
Naval
orders.
unit lost.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative.
Naval unit lost.
Okay. Give me power, please.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Right. As soon as you guys have...
Funds.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yes, sir.
As soon as you guys shift a bit,
Yes, sir.
we can get the transports back
Yes, sir.
and start shuttling the
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
the harvesters around.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's just taking up space.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Okay.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You go and attack.
Yes, sir.
You guys go back.
Acknowledged.
Power plant. Nice.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
I think we got all the mammoths.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Okay. Let's do the most damage. Then we can take out the power so the Tesla's not an issue.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Lovely stuff.
Affirmative.
I'm always tempted to switch back to pixel mode just to witness the sheer beauty of this. We'll do that for a few minutes.
Unit lost.
Just to take out this mammoth in big chunky pixel mode. Lovely. All the things are dead now.
Yes, acknowledged.
Lovely stuff. Sweet.
Reporting.
Right, so power should now be down.
Affirmative.
So I need to get a spy in this thing. Before I just end the mission by forgetting what I'm supposed to be doing.
Acknowledged.
So, our barracks was sold.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged.
New
There we go.
construction options.
You guys don't matter. Spy!
Awaiting affirmative. Vehicle report acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Oh wait,
Acknowledged.
not blow that up. Blow that up.
Yes, sir.
Get you guys down here to attack any gunboats that come this way. You get in there. You guys move out of the way because I can tell you're going to be an issue.
Report acknowledged.
Excuse me.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Excuse me.
Vehicle reporting.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Alright, you go over there.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
Squash, please.
Acknowledged.
Squash, please.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Awaiting orders.
Unit
Yes, sir.
lost.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Lost.
There we go. Now you do that thing.
Affirmative.
Squash. Just get out of the way.
Naval unit lost. Naval unit lost.
Okay, where's my... What are you doing there? You should be over here. Okay.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
We've still got plenty of harvesters.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Harvesters compared to resources available on this island doesn't really matter. And we don't need to worry about this because we've almost done.
Yes, sir. Knowledge.
There we go. That should be the last of the subs as well.
Yes, sir.
They've got 3 tech centers and we only need to capture the 1.
Vehicle
Right,
reporting.
take down that before random dogs pop up.
Acknowledged. Commander, on my way.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. I think this is it.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
I think this is the completion of the mission. He knows he's a Quisen's Haderach. Beautiful.
Building infiltrated. First objective met.
Second objective, destroy all Soviet units and structures.
Yes, sir.
With genuine pleasure.
Knowledge. Yes, sir.
Lovely stuff.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
I'll stay in remastered for the rest of this at 1-to-1 zoom level.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
And blow up the cappuccinos.
Acknowledged.
I love the swirl they added in the remastered graphics.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Beautiful. Excuse me. Are you standing between me and the end of the mission? I think blinking well not. Oh, you can't reach. Really? Oh, you can reach. Okay, cool. There we go.
Mission accomplished.
Lovely stuff. Oh yeah, the weird gloop logo for the Allies. Oh, the Soviet like logo building animation kind of makes sense, like metal clunking together, and then the hammer and the sickle, bam, bam. And the Allied logo building is the blob from Terminator 2. Inventive though, and quite fun. Right, I am going to call it there though for today. So this will be as far as we're getting with the Allied campaign. So next time we'll start through the Soviet campaign, and after that we might try some games other than C&C for a little bit. It's like I'd like to, as I say, jump from game to game with these streams and try out some other, particularly older RTSs, particularly ones that I haven't played before, and then we'll try and get through each of the C&C games, and we can then always return back and go through the rest of the of the missions in these older games. But the level design in Red Alert definitely holds up a lot better than Tib Dawn. Thank you so much for dropping by. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Just having a hangout and play a couple of games. This has been fun. I've been enjoying this. I always say I'm not that much of a talker. I struggle, as you can probably tell, talking off the top of my head. Like language communication, my brain is definitely not built for these. But I've been having a blast doing these streams, so I really hope you've been enjoying just dropping by and hanging out as well. Next major video is most of the way edited and is a little lighter on the edit side, so hopefully shouldn't take too long. This will be looking at the how I would rewrite, like completely from scratch, C&C 4. If you weren't hanging around earlier, if you're new to this, if you joined the stream more recently, that we were talking about this earlier about what we would do if we could rewrite C&C 4 completely from scratch. That'll be the next video, and we're most of the way through, so hopefully it won't take too long to get to it. So I hope you look forward to it. The only other British person I know named Stefan other than me is you. Yeah, you don't meet many Stefans, particularly in Britain. Marvellous. So I'll probably drop it there. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. We could do with a proper outro card for these streams at some point, I guess. But this has been a lot of fun. This has been really a lot of fun, so I hope you've enjoyed it. Marvellous. Take care, everyone, and we'll catch you next time.